What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate that. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Moody's just came out with an economic update. And that update states that 22 states in America are already in a recession. That's almost half of the United States. Most of those states are red states or Republican-leaning states. So what does that mean? And how did this happen? Well, what it means is we're in trouble. As a country, we're in big trouble. And how did it happen? Well, let's walk through that. To your north, you have border states, specifically bordering Canada. And with President Trump's tariff war against the world, specifically our trading partners like Canada, the people of Canada have decided to not travel to the United States for their vacations. So tourism is really way down. And some of those border states up north who would, normally get that tourism traffic from Canada are not getting it. That also includes interior states or states a little bit further south like Florida and Nevada. You also got the same effect to the south. You have border states in the south like New Mexico and places like that that see a drastic reduction in tourism. So that's one of the big reasons why, these 22 states are actively in a recession, according to Moody's. Another reason is because of government layoffs. Remember at the beginning of the year, we had this thing they called Doge, and your boy Elon Musk was in charge of it. Yeah, they went in and cut so many federal jobs. And that is still in process because of what? Government shutdown. So therefore, places like Washington, D.C., Virginia, Maryland, where you have a large government workforce, have been laid off. So that does what? It affects those states' economy. And then a third thing you got to think about is tariffs. They've impacted the United States in a big way. Number one, companies are being taxed, and then some of these companies are passing that tariff tax on to consumers. Therefore, consumers are starting to not purchase as much, right? And then the fourth reason is manufacturing. Now, of course, our current administration would say manufacturing is getting ready to boom, since they claim they've bought in $17 trillion worth of investment. They're saying that that won't happen until 2026, 2027, the boom. Because right now they're saying 2025 is Biden's economy. But there's another reason why you got sort of 22 states, man, in a recession. Because when you look at the manufacturing numbers, guys, instead of it increasing and growing, it's actually decreasing. Just saying, go look at the numbers yourself. So what are we to do here in the United States if we're trying to figure out a way to keep ourselves above water financially? Well, I've always told you guys, you got two economies. You got a boom economy and a bust economy. And you can also call that a K-shaped economy. And what a K-shaped economy is when you have the upper tier of income earners doing well, investors doing well, Wall Street doing well, but you got the bottom side of the country, or the bottom half of the country, barely making it. And you're seeing that K-shaped economy widen. Wall Street, investors, high income earners are doing fabulous right now. But your middle class and your lower income earners are struggling. That's your K-shaped recovery. That's your K-shaped economy, rather. So what do I recommend you guys consider in order to combat this? Well, I think my approach would be multiple streams of income. And let me walk you through what I'm talking about. You should always have at least 2 streams of income. One stream of income you use to take care of your needs, your necessities to live, your shelter, your food, your transportation, your insurance, etc. The other income you use to invest in assets to build wealth, because that's the only way you're going to protect yourself if this thing gets worse. And it possibly could get worse for that bust economy, or the bottom half of that K-shaped economy, right? So at least 2 streams of income. One to take care of the necessities, the other to be used to invest in assets that build wealth over time. Now, I've been talking to you guys about these multiple streams of income for years on this YouTube channel. And over that time, I've developed 5 streams of income. Because I know the only thing that protects me if there is a economic, financial bump in the road for me is my assets and my ability to have multiple streams of income, just in case the primary income stream is turned off. I got additional streams to lean on to be able to take care of my necessities. I also have multiple streams so that I can dedicate some of those streams of income for investment purposes, whether it be real estate for investment, whether it be paper assets, or whether it be starting a business. But that's the way, guys, I believe you're going to have to approach your financial life going forward, because the way things look right now, the 1% are going to continue to grow their wealth, because everything right now is tilted in their favor. And the reason I say it's tilted in their favor, because interest rates, guys, which in my opinion is a stimulator to our economy, or it can slow our economy down. Right now, interest rates are going to be reduced. So that's a stimulant to our economy. And when interest rates come down, guess what happens to assets? They go up. Guess who are buying assets? Wall Street. The top 10% of upper income wage earners. See, these people are buying assets, man. And as these interest rates come down over the next couple of months, they're going to continue buying assets. Rates come down, assets go up. So you have to understand that. So in order for you to get in position, you got to be able to take advantage of assets. But if you don't have any money and you're struggling, you got one source of income, and that one source of income is being stretched by your basic needs. Therefore, you have nothing left over at the end of the month to invest. You're doing yourself a disservice, guys, right? Because there's nobody going to save you except you. Again, I don't have a problem with whoever the American people voted in as president. I don't have a problem with that. So let's be clear. This K-shaped economy could exist under any president, and typically it does. Now, this current administration is accelerating it just because of their policies, their monetary and fiscal policies. They are accelerating it, but it could be under any president, whether it be Democrat or Republican. We've had it. So this K-shaped economy has been, in my opinion, accelerating since the great financial crisis. Remember the great financial crisis when everything went to hell. But who recovered first? Wall Street. That's who recovered first. It took Main Street years to even try to recover. But Wall Street recovered first. And who bailed out Wall Street? U.S. government. That's who bailed out Wall Street. Think about the big banks that were in trouble back then, guys. Who do you think bailed out the big banks? Government. What do you think the big banks did with all that free money printing and all that free money from the government? Guess what they did with it? They invested it. And now, 15, 18 years later, whatever the time frame is, now guess what they're doing? They're reaping the benefits. That's why you see these enormous corporate profits. Bank of America and Morgan Stanley just came out with their third quarter earnings report numbers. Monster numbers, guys. Why? All of this started right after the great financial crisis when they got the bailout money. See, they recovered first. Mainstream recovered later. Didn't even fully recover yet. And that's why we're in the predicament we're in. So the only way you protect yourself, in my opinion, is you got to have multiple streams of income. And my recommendation is start with 2. Your primary is there to take care of your basics. That secondary income stream should be used, in my opinion, to invest. Now, I'm not a financial advisor and I can't tell you what to do. I'm just giving you a recommendation based on my experience. You have to go ahead and make your own decisions now. But in my opinion, that's what you're facing. States like Mississippi, Alabama, New Mexico, places like that, man, they're hurting right now. They're going to even hurt worse, especially with all the pullback in government subsidies and funding for Medicaid, Medicare, and, this Affordable Care Act thing. All of that stuff is being pulled back, man. Funds that were dedicated to that. Not all of it, but some of it is. And a lot of these states who operate at a deficit, which are probably those 22 states I just mentioned, they're operating at a deficit. That means they have to get money from the federal government to operate. They're in trouble. And if you live in those states, you're in trouble. So get yourself in position, figure out a way to get yourself 2 streams of income. Dedicate one to your needs. And I said needs, not wants, needs. And then dedicate the other to building wealth through buying assets. Drop me some comments down in the comment box and let me know what you think about Moody's. 22 states are currently in a recession. Wow. More to come, in my opinion, but get yourself in position. Drop it down in the comment box. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. You see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace. Moo is going to give you some NVIDIA stock when you open up a new Moo brokerage account and make a deposit. All you got to do is get down to the first link in the description box. That's the Moo brokerage link. Click on it and get all the details on how you can get some NVIDIA stock. Don't delay, act today. Second link down in the description box is the Wealth Builders Financial Community on Patreon. Guys, all we do in that community is help each other build wealth, get to financial freedom and passive income. If you want to be a part of our team, all you got to do is click on that second link. It'll take you over to Patreon, and then come sign up for the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. We'll call the Wealth Builders.